Hey there, y'all. Ironwrath, the cinematic masters of metal, are back, and they recently released this very, very cool illustrated show book. What is a show book? What's on the inside? What's it all about? Well, you'll find out today. I'll give you my little mini review of this. We'll take a peek inside, and I'll tell you all about it. Stay where you are. It's coming right up. Hey there, y'all. Welcome back to another Tim Talks Christian Rock. Tim Risto here. Hope you're doing awesome today, and may God bless your day going forward from here. Today, we're going to take a look at this awesome illustrated show book for Ironwrath's Master Storyteller album. It's their latest album that's been out for several years, but the band just recently, here in 2025, released this illustrated show book, released in time for their performance at Immortal Fest Part 1, where they performed. So they had this available for fans there at Immortal Fest, and this is just a really, really cool show book. 64 pages of visually and lyrically rich content in here, glossy photos and very cool lyrics and themes, and a breakdown of the Master Storyteller live show itself, which of course is based on that Master Storyteller album. So this is really unique. And let me preface all this by saying I'm not aware of any other Christian rock or metal band that's produced something like this, of this level of quality. This is just really unique in the Christian rock and metal scene. I'm not even aware of many mainstream bands that have done things like this. As far as Christian band goes, maybe a Striper has done something like this. I'm just not aware of that. They really don't have albums that are narratively driven the way Ironwrath's Master Storyteller is, which is typically what these show books are for. So what is a show book? In essence, this is something that is not necessarily really common in rock circles. It is, like I said, something more for narrative kind of albums. So I did some quick research, and I haven't found anything really that I can show or highlight. I'm thinking probably albums like, The Who's Tommy, or Styx's Kilroy Was Here. Of course, Pink Floyd's The Wall. Any of those might have produced something like this. I just haven't been able to find something that I could put up on screen here to show y'all that would be like this. You're probably familiar most of all with, back in the day, bands provided at the concerts, a tour program or a little tour booklet, which really amounted to, 4, 6, 8, 10 pages or something like that, largely of photos of the band, maybe some brief little bios, concert pics, stuff like that. That really was just more kind of a PR promotional thing for the band that you got whenever you went to, bought a ticket and went to a concert. Those were, really popular for a while until I think they really kind of got replaced by websites where you could get that same content online. Why hand you a print piece when you can just go to the website and see everything and more, with videos and other stuff too. So those have kind of fallen out of favor. Many of those become highly collectible over time, of course, if you still got a program, a tour concert booklet or tour booklet from a particular band or tour, you've probably hung on to that over the years. It was a good thing to have in print form because you get it autographed by the band. So that was kind of neat too. But that was kind of the beginning of some of these things. But a tour program, is not the same as an illustrated show book. Just recently in my latest vinyl and CD finds video, I talked about this here. This Newsboys from their United Tour booklet, and I showed this off a little bit. This is another type of thing That's not an illustrated show book, but it's a tour booklet that was produced for the Newsboys United tour. And again, it has like photos, it's got articles about the history of the band. It does have bios of the band, tons of photos. There's about Pete Furler, basically lists his name, date of birth, hometown, family, hobbies, and his life Bible verse, that's cool. I showed off, there's a big fold-out photo and timeline of the history of the band. There's more bios, more photos. The discography of the band is in here. The Newsboys, more photos, more photos. Newsboys in the movies. They were involved with the God's Not Dead movies, so they talk about those. More photos, tour credits, because again, this was probably something that was made available for sale at the Newsboys United Tour merch table. Tour dates here at the back, and then hardbound, this nice little thing. So it was either something given to premium ticket holders or, again, for sale there. So this is another example of kind of a tour, a more modern day tour program or booklet, but that's still not the same as what this is. And a show booklet probably was something more common with like stage or theatrical productions, where they would produce something like this that, again, you could probably purchase separately, a nicely produced booklet that led you through the story of the stage play and probably included photos and things like that. But certainly not something common in Christian rock and metal circles. Number one, there's not that many. I don't know. Again, y'all can correct me in the comments down below, but I don't think there's that many narratively driven Christian rock and metal albums. I'm sure I'm sure we could put together a top 10 of some, but certainly none that I can think of, again, that have produced a show book like this. This is just a quality item, and it's really, really extremely cool. Here's the back with the Ironwrath logo, website, the code you can scan, take you there. The front here is just awesome. It says here, the journey awaits, Ironwrath's master storyteller. There's that great visual of essentially the tree of life on fire. And then in the mists here, these great color mists, you can see the band members here. There's Steve, there's CG, Sean, Noe, and the new vocalist, forgot his name, forgive me. The new vocalist, also Steve. The two Steves, that's right, Steve Brown and Steve Bell. So they're just all kind of cool, superimposed back in there. So it's really great, visually intriguing cover art right from the start. So again, this breaks down the live show, which they performed for the first time in its entirety at Immortal Fest 2025. They did perform some of it at Immortal Fest 2024, but they did the full show for the first time here in 2025. So that's why this book was made available there too. Before I get into depth on this is available on their website that you can order. I don't remember if this is a VIP exclusive. I think this is something anybody can order. And I believe it's $30. It's a steal of a deal because this is a quality booklet. So what's in here? I don't want to show you every single page, but I do want to kind of give you a little glimpse of it. As you open this up, you're treated to this great image here of this child as the book opens. You even see somebody being lifted off by balloons over there, and it says, "The journey awaits." And these are great glossy photo pages. I mean, it's just good quality, clean, clear images that really kind of inspire you too. Very creative stuff. And then it says here on this great double page photo of the band, which this is from their concert at Immortal Fest 2024. So this is them actually performing the Master Storyteller show in partiality anyway. And there's one of the images on the screen there from the film. But it says, Master Storyteller. In a world where up is down and wrong is right, people need someone to speak words of truth and guide them from a wonderland of lies to a realm of reality. Master Storyteller. Just a great intro to that. As the book goes on, it leads you again through the show. So here it starts out with a prologue, and then there's a little description there. Sometimes some of these things are drawn directly from the lyrics of certain songs. Other times it's just things that CG, has written to kind of help guide you through the storyline of what's going through. It doesn't spell it all out, but it gives you, a sense of direction, of the narrative a little bit, of the themes more so, and just kind of a sense of leading what's going on. It doesn't, spoon feed you. It just kind of helps as a guide. And of course, the visuals are all just awesome here with the rabbit going down the rabbit hole here. Very cool. It's an important theme in there, kind of the Alice in Wonderland theme that's going on through here. And then here's one on Master Storyteller. Again, I don't want to show everything. And then it gets to Act 1, Truths and Perceptions. So again, you've got these great descriptions here, and then awesome visuals on these fantastic glossy pages. And then it leads you through, song by song, different visuals, different emphases here, and through all of Act 1. And then you get to Act 2, the journey of life. And again, more visuals and text there. It continues to lead on. That's kind of a cool one there with some leaders here. Legends never die. You got Billy Graham, Abraham Lincoln, MLK, Trump down there too. I mean, it's fantastic imagery here that's included with all this. So it leads you through, and then there's the third act here. Time to take a stand. Again, the visuals just complement the themes here so well. And then ultimately leads up to just one more story and some additional stuff there. And then now back to your regularly scheduled program. Some cool visuals there. And then at the very end, you do get kind of like a tour program would have. The band members here: Steve Bell, rhythm guitar, lead and background vocals. CG was kind enough to get the guys to autograph it. Everybody but, oops, something dropped here. Everybody but Steve Brown, who wasn't physically available in the same space as the rest of the guys to be able to sign this at the time. So I said, that's fine. I'll just, next time you guys play, I'll go or perform, I'll bring this with me and get him to autograph it. But anyway, got his, Steve Bell's signature. Got great Sean Silas lead guitar and background vocals here. There's some great band photos. Of course, CG signed it, put the cross and a nice little verse reference here, Jude 24 to 25. Look it up. And there's Steve Brown, lead vocals frontman. Like I said, don't have his autograph yet. And then Noe Morga, bass guitar and background vocals. And then you've got some credits and stuff here at the end, and some little kind of liner notes, you could say, and photo imagery. So it's a very, very cool book. I mean, showing it off here on camera is just not going to do it justice. This is something you're going to want to pick up, hold, look through, read, and just kind of process. Again, there's not a ton of, text. It's visual. But the text and the visuals really work very well together, and it just makes for a great, great show booklet. Oh, and by the way, the thing that fell out earlier is actually a guitar pick. Ironwrath Master Storyteller guitar pick with the initials of Sean Silas autographed on there as well. Very cool. I had to mention that because that was actually in between the pages here. It was on Sean's page where he autographed it, so I think he must have thrown that in there, or CG made sure it was part of it. So very, very cool. I thought that was a nice little addition too. Don't know if you're necessarily going to get that with your booklet. That might have just been a little special thing for me. But again, this is an amazing, amazing print piece here. There's the spine for those who might be interested in seeing that. Back cover art again, the front cover art. Beautifully, beautifully printed book, good quality. Here's something that I really want to do with this now, is I would like to sit down with the album, put on a good set of headphones, and listen to the album from beginning to end with the show book in front of me and just absorb it from beginning to end and just kind of experience the content of the album, the music, the lyrical content, the visuals of this book combined with that. I haven't done that yet. I mean, I've got the black CD and the red CD of Master Storyteller. I've shown that on the show before. But what I'm waiting for, I think in another week or two, if it's still on track, the Master Storyteller album will be released on vinyl through Girder, I believe. And that should be coming out very soon. It should be shipping soon, I hope. I'm going to wait for that to get here, and then I'm going to put on that great pair of headphones, sit down with the show book and the gatefold vinyl edition that's coming out, and just experience this on a level. I'd encourage each of you to do the same, and I'll probably do a video all about that too. But I encourage each of you to do the same. If you have not picked this up, if you have not picked up the vinyl of Master Storyteller, or if you haven't got a CD of it either, I really encourage you to pick this up. I think it's just going to be a cool experience to sit down and listen to the album with this added context of the visuals and text from this show book. This is just a nice piece of work for sure. Shout out to CG and the whole band, but I know CG worked really hard to get this pulled together in particular, but the whole band for putting out stuff like this. Also, just as a note, I know in my previous video, Ironwrath video, I talked about the VIP exclusive membership through the Ironwrath website. I'll put a link in the description below about that if you haven't seen that yet. But one of the things that you can get, or that you get to see as a member, a VIP member, if you join that, it's $7 a month. It's a great bargain of a deal. One of the things you get is there's a video there in the video section on the Ironwrath website all about CG kind of putting this together. You kind of sit down and watch him basically type through. I think it's the fly on the wall segment, if I remember correctly. You see him kind of type out just text basically as he's kind of designing the layout and content of this booklet. So now it's kind of cool to go back and see that, now that I'm holding this, how he started to design it back from the beginning. So very cool stuff. Again, I think this is $30 if I remember, 30 or 35 through the Ironwrath website, and it's just a wonderful print publication. Again, showing it here on camera just does not do it justice. So I guess if there's any cons, I don't really have a lot of cons because I like the book for exactly what it is. I think it does it extremely well. Images are well chosen. The text is well written, and again, it complements it. The visual and the text complement each other well. It is a neat way to lead through the show. I've read the book cover to cover twice, but like I said, I really would like to sit down with the album and the book and kind of experience it that way. I haven't done that yet. But I guess if there were any cons or things I would like to see more of, maybe it's a little more depth of maybe some of the band members, a little bit more info on the band members. As they start to perform this show more, it'd be neat to see some photos of the Master Storyteller show itself. I think if they do a revised publication of this down the road, it'd be cool when the film is completely done and available. I think the hope is to try and get it on Netflix at some point. But, when that Master Storyteller film is complete and out there, some more details on that included in the book, things like that could kind of expand all of that. But again, really for what this is, it's an amazingly good print piece that leads you through the Master Storyteller narrative and themes, really. So anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. I just had to cover this because I think this is just an incredibly good produced piece, and that again, I have not seen any other Christian rock or metal band do something like this. So anyway, if y'all have the Master Storyteller illustrated show book, if you own this and if you've looked through it and even listened to the album looking through it, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. There aren't many bands that can do something like this. Again, it's more so for a narrative concept kind of album than for just a regular album that doesn't have a narrative thread in it. So this serves a specific purpose, as well as just kind of being cool in general. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below, y'all. And if you're enjoying the Master Storyteller album too, what's a favorite song of yours? Let me know in the comments down below too. That's all I got for today, y'all. Go out, listen to some great Christian rock, make it some Ironwrath Master Storyteller today. But above all else, remember, stay in God's Word. Blessings, y'all. Take care. Have a great one.